Guys, right now we're going to be talking about feedback interaction, that is component feedback interaction. Now, just in case you have not watched the previous video, okay, we did a video or a tutorial on components and interaction. Before that, we looked at component inheritance, where we talk about parent component or default component and variant, and also child component. So right now we'll be talking about feedback interaction, how to add feedback to user interaction during while working on a prototype, okay, or on a product. So we added in the previous video, we added the hover effect. Though, like I said, we don't necessarily add hover animation on mobile app prototypes or mobile apps. We usually add it on desktop or web apps. Okay, we just use this frame as an example. So right now, we want to add feedback interaction to user actions, feedback to user actions. Now, assuming that a user wants to log out or a user taps on the logout button while working on an app or on an online platform, either on purpose or by mistake, you click on the logout button. All right, what happens then? Does it just log you out? Of course not. It doesn't just automatically log you out. There's going to be a kind of warning or a confirmation message if you actually want to log out from your account. Okay, so I already designed this card very quickly. This is just a normal card, no interaction added yet, with a logout confirmation header and then a message right there in the middle, and then two buttons, a primary and secondary button right there. Okay, so the primary action has the primary button on it, while the secondary action is the outline button. All right, so how do we add this as an overlay? We usually add interaction feedback as an overlay, what we call overlay. All right, an overlay is that component of your UI that doesn't necessarily sit inside your prototype or your app or your website, but it only appears after a user performs an action. All right, we call that an overlay. Now, this is how I'm going to do that. I have this logout button here, and I designed this as a card with component inside. So what I already grouped them, they are already grouped. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename this group as feedback overlay or confirmation overlay. All right, so what do I do with this now? I'm going to click on this and then convert it to component. All right, to add it to my design system, and you can see the name right there, confirmation overlay. Now, after converting it to component, I'll come to the button. All right, go to prototype once again, and then connect the button to my confirmation overlay outside the screen. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is the trigger should be on tab, which is correct. Action should not be navigate to. The action should be open overlay. All right, open overlay, and then that's the name, confirmation overlay. Position should be centered. I'm going to leave that. I'll allow that. Then close while clicking outside. Okay, I forgot to add a cancel button here, but it works if you just tap outside. It's going to close the overlay just in case you don't want to log out. All right, so close when clicking outside, and then background. Now this one is optional. I'm going to show you how it works shortly. So for now, I will leave it like that. Then animation should be let's use dissolve. Okay, dissolve. All right, so that is it. On tab, open overlay, confirmation overlay, centered, close when clicking outside, and dissolve. Yeah, so what's going to happen now? If I come over to the preview and I tap on the logout button, this is going to open my logout overlay. All right, and then if I tap outside, it's going to cancel it. Logout, no, I don't want to log out. All right, now what if I want to make these buttons interactive? All right, now assuming I'm working on a real project, I can connect this primary button to the login page, so that once the user taps on logout and clicks yes, it takes them back to the login page. All right, but since we don't have that page right now, I'm going to use this. So I'll click on that, go to prototype, and then add interaction. The interaction should be, trigger should be on tap, and action should be back or close overlay. Let's use close overlay instead. All right, close overlay. Okay, now yeah, so if I tap on logout, it's going to open this. Nothing is going to happen here since we didn't connect it. You can see the hotspot here when I click. Okay, So once I click no, it's going to close the overlay. Log out, no. All right. So that is the interaction between the button and the overlay outside the screen. Now, how about the background I talked about? Yeah, so if I come over here and I click on background, add background. So I want the background to be dark by, let's say, 60%. All right. So once the overlay appears on the screen becomes dark. Okay, so that you focus more on the overlay. It enhances accessibility on this user feedback. So once I click on, okay, I'm going to close this. Once I tap on logout, you see my background becomes dark. Okay, the main app interface becomes darker. All right, so for you to focus more on the overlay that pops up. Okay, so I can now cancel this if I don't want to log out, and I have that. All right, so guys, this is how you add feedback to user actions. Okay, this is how you create overlay. First of all, there are other ways you can add feedback to user actions. This is just a confirmation, logout confirmation. We have success notification or success messages. We have normal pop-up notification or push notification, and other user and other feedbacks that you give to users when they perform an action. Okay, once again, we did do that using overlays, and overlays are usually designed outside your screen. All right, so if you have any comment, you can post it on the comment section and we're going to help you with that. For now, I'll see you in the next video.